A day in the life of Elon Musk. Nobody ever changes the world working 40 hours a week. These are the words of multi-billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk. It's not a secret that his ventures have been built on hard work, dedication, and smart decision-making. He is the tech mogul behind SpaceX, the company trying to make space travel a reality for all citizens, even for the average person. He is now considered as a rival to Steve Jobs for the most innovative title, as he has been building some of the world's most innovative technologies. How he splits his time running his 4 companies, including SpaceX and Tesla, is no longer a secret. Although he works very hard, he is one of the few mentors you should look up to. So what do you think his schedule looks like? That's why in today's video, we take a look at one of the most influential men in the world, how he organizes his time, and manages to draw everything into a seemingly impossible schedule. But before we continue, please leave a like, slam that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the heck out of that bell for more amazing videos like this. And with no further ado, let's get down to today's video. Elon Musk has been known to spend the night at his factory in the conference room all by himself just to eke out productivity gain. In 2018, he had an interview with the New York Times, where he confessed that he once worked up to 120 hours a week. That is totally insane. But since the birth of his son, he's decided to scale back his hours to get more time bonding with Grimes and his children. Currently, his endless hours often reach over 100 hours a week. Caused Tesla to grow tremendously and make the kind of profits it's making currently. His daily routine can simply be summed up as work, eat, sleep, not forgetting that work takes the most time. I prefer eating and sleeping myself. Let's take a look at how his mornings are. So he usually wakes up around 7 a.m., typically getting 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep, as he goes to sleep at 1 a.m. Over the years, he's discovered that this is his ideal time to sleep. Oh, I love sleep. To him, sleep greatly affects his performance, and if he doesn't get enough sleep, he's quite grumpy. Well, we're all quite grumpy if we don't get enough sleep. If he would wake up early and get more hours, he would usually get less done because his mental acuity would be affected. During the first half of his morning, he prefers responding to critical emails first, as he forgoes the less important ones. Most of the emails are to confirm daily meetings and give the green light on project milestones. It's a structure he prefers doing first thing in the morning. To him, this will surely help him in managing the amount of time indulged in that project. After waking up in the morning, he takes a cold shower, which is one of the most important tasks of the day he must do. I prefer warm ones myself, but that's just me. He confesses he doesn't feel like he's in the right headspace without a shower, as this is also the place that prepares him to face the challenges of the day. He attributes showering to the source of many ideas, so he never skips it for any reason whatsoever. When it comes to fitness, he says that he wouldn't exercise at all, although he spends some of his time lifting weights and running on the treadmill while watching TV. Me myself, I'm not a big runner, so that's not happening. He sometimes dabbles in taekwondo, karate, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Once again, not into contact sports myself. He will then get dressed and enjoy a morning cup of coffee. However, he doesn't have a cup of coffee daily, but if he has one, it'll be in a rush as he's trying to minimize his time. He then sends off his kids to school as he's driving to work. He claims that he regularly works 80 to 100 hours a week. Oof, that's still a lot of hours, with most of his time focused on design and engineering work. He spends his Mondays and Fridays at SpaceX in Los Angeles, or Boca, while the rest of his work is at Tesla, which is located in the San Francisco Bay Area. Like San Francisco myself, wish I was there right now. He spends approximately 42 hours a week at Tesla and 40 hours a week at SpaceX. 90% of his time at SpaceX is used in involving himself in design work, which takes about 60% of his day at Tesla. He is a great multitasker who doesn't attend to all emails and forgets most of his phone calls. Because of how he spends his afternoons, he has a reputation of being ruthlessly efficient in the workspace, and he demands the same from his employees. He spends most of his afternoons in meetings and working on design projects. Since he's mostly busy with his work, he therefore doesn't pay as much attention to his nutrition as he should. Whoa, now, I gotta have my food. If he takes lunch, he'll wolf it down during an afternoon meeting. He sometimes leaves the meetings abruptly if he believes his time is being wasted, and he actively discourages any unnecessary meetings. He sometimes gets into a flow where hours pass by without him noticing, so he relies on his strong scheduling ability to keep him on track with his priorities. As a result of his busy schedule, he consumes the majority of his calories in the evenings. This is by using business dinners to satisfy his hunger. He frequently has an affection for Diet Coke, as he claims that beverages contain some infernal ingredients. When he decides to eat, his favorite foods is French food and barbecue. From time to time, he enjoys consuming wine or whiskey. I'd like a good whiskey myself right now. His work hours mostly end around 10 p.m., which is long after his kids are asleep. Afterwards, he spends the remaining few hours reading, watching anime, and talking with Grimes. After a busy day, he goes to bed around 1 a.m. Phew, that's late in the day for me. In a New York Times profile, Musk confessed that there were times that he never left the factory for almost 4 days. Due to how hard he was working, he was unable to see his kids during that time. Being an entrepreneur, he doesn't forget that he's also a father to his 5 teenagers. Speaking to Marine, he spoke about spending time with the mother of his kids, Grimes, where he says the two spend some of their time catching up on anime and listening to history audiobooks and podcasts. Love podcasts myself. When it comes to his children, he says that currently he can't do much with them. Grimes has a bigger role when it comes to the kids, but when the kids get older, he will have more of a role in their lives than he does now while they're young. Nevertheless, he makes sure that he spends some small amount of time with them. That is, for example, when he has a trip for Tesla to China, he will surely bring his kids with him to go see the Great Wall, or to take them on a bullet train from Beijing to Xi'an to see the Terracotta Warriors. In an interview with Kara, he talked about the difficulties he faced. He was sleep for a few hours and then he would work some more. It was almost 120 hours a week. Fortunately for him, the 120 hours are over and he's back to a normal schedule of 80 to 90 hours a week, which to me is still totally insane, but to him it's perfectly sustainable. He is now in a much better place and is much more relaxed than he was before. And that's all for today's episode. Please leave a like, slam on that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the crap out of that notification bell for more amazing videos. Also, feel free to comment on whether the life of Elon Musk is worth it or not. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you in the next video.